This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Newton. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Patriots.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
3-yard pickup.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning defensive player.
Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Play action. They'll throw. Dance into his left. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. 11 yards there. First down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They will find Davis. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and goal, a chance. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's good for a save.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
They run. It's Kamara. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try the air now with Newton. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, Newton. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Left side complete to Lockett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line. The
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
There defensively.
There in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for cover, it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
48-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Newton throwing again. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. John Simon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They run it again with Kamara. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on second down. Newton got a man open. That's Harry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Newton on first down. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, Newton. Flush to his right. And it comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton will get this one underneath to Kamara. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 1 yard.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got room. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. From the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
4-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Toss left to Elliott. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early and learned from that and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The 27-yard
back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man Horton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
The pass.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amari Cooper. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Saints 24, Patriots 10.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
tonight's
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3.